The restaurant was softly lit that evening, the kind of place where laughter and music usually filled the air. But at table 7, there was only the quiet rhythm of hands. A little girl, no more than 6, with wide brown eyes and curls bouncing around her face, was signing something to her mother, smiling, though she couldn't hear the world around her. Her name was Lily, and even in her silence, she had a way of making everyone around her feel something they couldn't quite explain. The waitress, Emma, approached with a gentle smile, carrying a tray of pancakes shaped like a heart. She had been watching Lily for a while. The way her fingers danced, her eyes glowed with excitement as she tried to communicate. Emma didn't know sign language well, but she'd learned a few words from her younger brother, who had lost his hearing years ago. So when she placed the plate down and Lily looked up curiously, Emma slowly signed back, "Enjoy your meal." Lily's eyes widened in shock and then sparkled with joy. Her little hands moved quickly, "Thank you." It was simple, but powerful. Her mother's eyes filled with tears, whispering, "You have no idea what that means to her." Emma smiled warmly, touched beyond words. But someone else had been watching from a nearby table. A man in his late 30s, dressed in a neat suit, with tired eyes that hid years of unspoken stories, Daniel Reynolds, the CEO of one of the city's largest tech companies. He had come to this small diner hoping to escape the chaos of his high-profile world, but instead found himself unable to look away from the simple, silent exchange between a child and a waitress. After a moment, he stood up and quietly approached. His deep voice broke the silence. "Excuse me, where did you learn to sign?" Emma turned, startled. "Oh, my brother," she said softly. "He's deaf. We used to talk like that all the time growing up." "Why?" Daniel hesitated, his throat tightening. "Because, my daughter was born deaf too," he said, glancing toward Lily, who was now giggling as her mother tried to pour syrup without making a mess. "But I never learned. I kept telling myself I was too busy. That I'd hire the best tutors, the best therapists. But the truth is, I've never truly spoken to her." The words hung in the air like a confession. Emma didn't know what to say. She could see the pain in his eyes, the kind of pain that came from love mixed with guilt. "It's never too late," she whispered finally. "Start with one word. That's how I started." He nodded slowly, watching Lily's hands move gracefully. Then, something in him shifted. Maybe it was the innocence in the girl's smile, or the way Emma's small act of kindness had opened a wound he'd long ignored. But that night, Daniel made a decision that would change his life forever. When he left the diner, he didn't return to his penthouse or office. Instead, he went home, searched basic sign language lessons online, and began practicing. For hours, his hands stumbled, his movements were clumsy, but he kept going. Every missed sign felt like a reminder of the years he'd lost, and every successful one felt like a step closer to his daughter. Weeks passed. One evening, he sat with his daughter, Ava, at the dining table. She looked at him curiously. She wasn't used to her father being home so early, or sitting this quietly. Daniel took a deep breath, his hands trembling, and slowly signed, "I love you." For a moment, Ava just stared. Then tears welled up in her eyes. She reached out, her little fingers forming the same sign back, "I love you too." It was the first time they had ever spoken the same language. From that day, Daniel became a different man. He attended every therapy session, every class, every silent conversation. He learned to listen without sound. His bond with Ava deepened in ways words never could. And as months passed, he wanted to give that gift to others like her. Using his resources and influence, he launched a nonprofit called Hands of Hope, dedicated to helping families with deaf children learn sign language together. Emma became one of the first trainers and advocates for the program, helping hundreds of families build bridges through their hands and hearts. 1 year later, Daniel walked into that same diner again, this time not as a customer, but as a friend. Lily was there too, with her mother, smiling shyly as she recognized Emma and the man who had changed so much. When the food arrived, Lily looked up at Daniel, signed, "Thank you." This time, Daniel smiled, lifted his hands, and signed back, "You're welcome." Her mother gasped softly, tears glimmering in her eyes. Emma looked on, her heart full. That small, innocent moment she'd shared months ago had become the spark for something much greater. A movement of love, understanding, and compassion that connected strangers through silence.